Welcome back, everyone, to the channel. This is Decoding with Cody. Today is Wednesday, February 19th, 2025, and this is a live stream. However, this is not a normal live stream for me. This is an early live stream, and this is not going to be a long live stream. The reason I'm doing this live stream early instead of releasing a video is because for some reason my video uploader is not working. I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi or what it is. But again, guys, I'm not going to be on here long. I'm not going to interact as much with the chat, but hello to Coffee Girl. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hopefully you guys can hear me in the chat. But yeah, we're gonna make this just a short live stream. Again, I was just going to release a video, but for some reason it wasn't working. So I just decided let's just do a quick live stream and let's get this information out there. So hello to everyone in the chat. Thank you guys for tuning in. And to all the people who are going to watch this on a replay, thank you guys so much. Please hit those like buttons if you guys enjoyed the content. And we're going to talk about this. Again, this stream's probably only going to be about 25 minutes. So let's just get through this. So I'm sure you guys have heard about this already, most of you, this show that's coming out. And I want to thank all the people who have informed me on this show. Also, I saw that Donut on YouTube. Shout out to him. He did a video on this as well. I haven't watched his full decode yet on this, but I'm going to throw the numbers in there like I usually do. And we're going to talk about all the things that connects in the past to this cyber attack incidents that they're always talking about in the movies, in the news. They're always predicting these cyber events. And that's what this is. That's what this is going to connect to. So anyway, what is 0 Day? 0 Day is an upcoming Netflix series about a cyber attack, a global cyber attack, okay? And we've heard this thing before, right? We've heard this same Netflix spiel before. But the first thing I want to say before I even get into that is this show, the main character is starring Robert De Niro, okay? And Robert De Niro is very connected to Trump in a lot of ways, not because he hates Trump, but also because he played the Don in The Godfather, like the Donald, right? And just a lot of reasons that Robert De Niro is connected to Trump. But remember, Robert De Niro, from his birthday last year on August 17, 2024, to the release of his upcoming show, 0 Day, is 188 days after his birthday, okay? And this is a perfect amount of days to be after his birthday releasing a show about a cyber attack, because notice the gematria of cyber attack, 188. And what does this mean? Ordo ab chao. Ordo ab chao is the Latin way to say order out of chaos. So order out of chaos is exactly what you're going to create if you have a global devastating cyber attack. And again, I believe that's why this show is releasing 188 days after De Niro's birthday. Now, what is a 0 Day? Okay, a 0 Day is a vulnerability in a software or hardware that is typically unknown to the vendor, for which no patch or other fix is available. The vendor thus has 0 days to prepare a patch, as the vulnerability has already been described or exploited. So a 0 Day is essentially a vulnerability in a software that allows a hacker to exploit the hardware, okay? And there's 3 different phrases they use in this terminology. You have the vulnerability, you have the exploit, and you have the attack. So the attack is actually the manifestation or the successful exploit of the 0 Day vulnerability. So this is something we're going to focus on here, because in this movie or in this show, it's a 0 Day attack. Notice that the badge that he's wearing is the American flag melting. I mean, that's interesting. I didn't notice that until now. He's wearing a badge and the American flag is literally like melting. That's interesting. So yeah, a 0 Day attack. Now, remember, this is not the first time that Netflix has released a show or movie that's based around a cyber attack, okay? We just had a cyber attack show in 2023 called Leave the World Behind. You guys all remember that, right? Leave the World Behind was about a cyber attack that causes a blackout, that causes chaos, okay? And now Netflix is releasing another show. Another show about a cyber attack, okay? So that's two now. Right? Now look at this, guys. This is a real news story. U.S. Treasury says Chinese hackers stole documents in major incident. Okay, so this article was posted in December. This article right here was posted just 4 days ago. Critical PostgreSQL bug tied to zero-day attack on U.S. Treasury. I've been telling you guys, this is going to have something to do with the banks getting a cyber attack. Okay, the banks are vulnerable. Do not be surprised if the cyber attack is targeting the banks, the Treasury, the money, okay? This is a real news story, okay? We just had a zero-day attack on the U.S. Treasury, and now we have a show coming out called Zero Day. Now, when did this zero-day attack on the U.S. Treasury happen? It happened on December 8th, guys. December 8th, 2024, the Treasury Department was alerted to a hack by a cybersecurity provider, Beyond Trust, on December 8th. December 8th is the same day, exactly a year after Leave the World Behind came out. Leave the World Behind came out on December 8, 2023. There was a hack on the U.S. Treasury exactly a year later on December 8, 2024. 4 days ago, they released an article saying there was a bug tied to a zero-day attack, and now you have another Netflix show coming out called Zero Day, okay? This is a reset, guys, a banking financial reset. Do not be surprised when the cyber attack that's coming is against the financial system. Okay, that's all I'm telling you. Now, look at this. Trump created the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency in 2018 on November 16th. Okay? From the day that Trump created the Cybersecurity Agency to the release of this cyber attack movie is 75 months and 5 days. Zero-day attack equals 75. Not only is it 75 months from the creation of the Cybersecurity Agency, it's also 75 days to this show after the U.S. Treasury had a cybersecurity zero-day attack. Right here, cybersecurity zero-day attack against the U.S. Treasury on December 8th. From December 8th to the release of Zero Day is 75 days, guys. Zero-day attack, 75. Order out of chaos, 75. And again, this falls 75 months after the creation by Trump of the Cybersecurity Agency. You see how it lines up? Okay? That's why this movie is aligning with this cyber attack or this security issue against the Treasury on December 8th. Now remember, this is not the first time I talked about this on this channel. Look at this video on my channel from 2 years ago. Before I was even a channel, guys, I only had like a couple thousand subs at this time. I made a video and I titled it, Upcoming Cyber Pandemic, New World Currency. All right? This video, I show you, if you guys want to watch it, go back and find this video. Klaus Schwab from the World Economic Forum has the Great Reset. He said there would be a cyber pandemic because there would be a global cyber attack that would take down the infrastructure. He said it would be worse than the COVID pandemic. He called it the cyber pandemic. The second pandemic is not going to be necessarily only a disease in your body. It could be a disease in your systems, in the computer systems, in the energy supply, all right? Now, remember, the World Economic Forum is famous for holding these simulations. They're called Cyber Polygon. Cyber Polygon in 2024 last year was held on 9/10 and 9/11, okay? That's pretty auspicious. Cyber Polygon last year was on 9/11. All right. Klaus Schwab said the cyber pandemic was coming in 2020 during the first pandemic, okay, during the COVID pandemic. But look, there's more. Zero Day, the show about the cyber attack, is going to be releasing 9 months and 11 days before the new Director of Homeland Security is taking office. 9 months and 11 days, guys. Why is this so important? Why 9 months and 11 days before the new Secretary of Homeland Security? Because the old Secretary of Homeland Security was Janet Napolitano. In 2013, before she left office, she said the next 9/11 would be a cyber 9/11, may be on the horizon. With the possibility of a massive cyber attack hitting the U.S. in the near future, Homeland Security Director Janet Napolitano urges the government to pass cybersecurity legislation. And now, the new cybersecurity Homeland Security Director, this new woman that Trump just selected, this show is coming out 9 months and 11 days before her birthday. And the old security director, the woman, she said the next 9/11 would be a cyber 9/11. Do you guys get it? And now the new, and guess when this girl's birthday is, guys? This girl's birthday. Let me just show you. Let me type this in for you guys. This girl's birthday is 11/29, right? And this girl's birthday is 11/30. All right, so these two Homeland Security directors were born a day apart. The new one is born her birthday is 9 months and 11 days after this show. And this one, who's born one day before her, was the one who told us about the 9/11 cyber pandemic in 2013. You guys remember how there was a blackout at the Super Bowl in 2013, right after Janet Napolitano said this about the power grid? The Homeland Security Director said that there would be there would be a cyber attack against the grid. Do you remember when the show Revolution came out about a power outage that took out the grid? That all happened in 2013, 2012, 2013. Now look at this. This new Homeland Security Director, Secretary, she took office from Trump on January 25th, guys. January 25th. From the day she just took office to this new show about a cyber attack, 26 days from her taking office. The word cyber equals 26. Okay? Also, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency was created on November 16, 2018 by Donald Trump. That's exactly 26 Mercury years before this show, just like it's 26 days after the new Homeland Security Director. Why is that important? Because cyber equals 26. Why is the Mercury years important, guys? You got to understand, I'm trying to beat this into people's heads. Mercury years matter. This Mercury trickster god is the deceiving part of this world. If you measure in Mercury years, you're going to see a lot more things, okay? So look at that, 26 years exactly, Mercury. How long is a Mercury year on Earth? It's 88 Earth days. So that means it's 26 cycles of 88 days from the creation of the Cybersecurity Agency to this new movie. 26 is cyber, just like it's 26 days after her taking office, okay? Now, in Cyber Polygon last year on 9/11, they said that the Cyber Polygon scenario, the simulation, was called Intelligent Assault, a game of destruction. Okay, and look at the company, the fake company they created for this cyber attack to happen at. The cyber incident was created at Mercury Lark. You guys see that? Mercury Lark. So again, another connection to Mercury, the trickster. And again, they called this Intelligent Assault Game of Destruction, 9/11. Right? That's when this took place, September 11, 2024. Okay? And again, I told you that from this movie or the show 0 Day about a cyber attack to the new Homeland Security Director, 9 months, 11 days, Obama's Homeland Security Director said there would be a cyber 9/11. Okay? And again, these two women are born 1 day apart. So their birthdays are practically on the same day. Now look at this. This is the big one. This tells us, again, just like they did with Leave the World Behind, they put this stuff in here to tell you what's happening ahead of time. Look at this screenshot from the trailer of this show. It says 0 day, reports of a train derailments and air accidents as systems fail. Guys, what's going on right now? What has been going on in the last 2 years? Do you remember how we had train derailment after train derailment? And then we started having air accident after air accident. And now in this show, they're saying reports of train derailments and air accidents as systems fail. And the message that comes up on the screen when the cyber attack happens is, this will happen again. Well, what does that mean? Let me tell you what I think this means. I told you, Klaus Schwab said in his speech about the cyber pandemic that there would be a cyber pandemic that would make the COVID pandemic look like child's play. This happened when Trump was in office the first time. Remember, the pandemic happened when Trump was in office. Now, Trump is in office again, and there's going to be a cyber pandemic. Do you guys get it? This will happen again, guys. It's going to be a pandemic again, except for it's going to be probably a cyber pandemic, right? That's what they're preparing you for. This pandemic will happen again. However, it will not just be on your body. It will be on your computer. It will be on your banking system. It will be on your water supply, okay? And look at what the phrase, this will happen again, equals. It equals President Donald J. Trump. Again, Trump just became president again. The message on the screen says this will happen again. Trump became president again. You get it? So, and just so you guys know, in this trailer, if you watch it, it shows people rushing to the ATMs to get out their money. Well, what's going to happen? I told you this is all connected to the financial system. And in the show, in the trailer, they show people rushing to ATMs. So there again, you got this. There was a cyber attack just last month. I see Joseph's in here. Joseph. So look at this. There was a cyber attack on the U.S. Treasury called a 0-day attack on December 8, 2024, exactly a year after Leave the World Behind came out on December 8, 2023. They called this. There was an article posted 4 days ago that said the bug tied to the 0-day attack on the U.S. Treasury. So again, there's your money connection, an attack on the financial system, the Treasury, okay? And again, I showed it's 75 months since the creation of the Cybersecurity Agency and 75 days since the cyber attack against the Treasury, all pointing to 0-day attack, which equals 75. But let's keep going, because remember, I just want to point this out because this isn't tied with the 0-day attack. This is a song that was going viral last year at the end of the year called APT. This is by Bruno Mars and Rose, a Korean artist. Remember how we had all the Korean stuff? Because I think something's going to happen with North Korea, guys. I think that if there's a cyber attack, they could blame it on North Korea. Do not forget about this Korean stuff going on. But this woman, Rose, she had a famous song last year called APT. She's Korean, okay? Now look at this. Advanced Persistent Threat. It's called an APT. So literally this song, they tell you that this song is about a Korean drinking game called APT. But what it's really about is the cybersecurity lingo that they use called Advanced Persistent Threat. Advanced Persistent Threat is a stealthy threat actor, typically a state or a state-sponsored group, which gains unauthorized access to computer networks. So an APT is literally connected to a cyber attack. And this song is one of the most famous songs of our recent time. It's called APT. So more symbolism. But this will happen again, guys. Trump will become president again, and there'll be another pandemic again. This time, most likely a cyber pandemic from a cyber attack. That's what this is telling you, you know? Right here it says there's cyber attacks, you know, and cyber Polygon was on 9/11 last year. Okay. So what this is not a full breakdown. I haven't really dug any deeper. This show is coming out 188 days after Robert De Niro's birthday. Cyber attack equals 188. This show is all about the 0-day. Remember, I just had a decode recently about Pentagon Jr. Do you guys remember this guy? This wrestler that just made his debut? And what is his famous line? He walks around saying zero miedo. Zero, right? Zero miedo. His name is Pentagon, guys. Think about it. Pentagon, the people who are playing the tricks on us are at the Pentagon, and his name's Pentagon, and his phrase that he walks around saying to everyone is zero miedo, zero fear. Well, what's that equal? So this was all connected. Why do you think this guy that's talking about zeros is coming out now? His phrase is zero fear. You notice how zero fear equals 94, right? So does 0 day. In the same cipher, zero fear, 0 day, right? Pentagon Jr. walks around saying zero miedo, which means zero fear. And again, I mean, don't overlook everything else I talked about with this guy. And if you guys didn't catch my decode a few weeks ago about this guy, go back and watch it. But again, there's not a coincidence that this guy just appears on the scene. He's all about zeros. Let me see if I can find a picture. Zero on his back. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Yeah, here it is. On the back of his sweater, he always wears zero miedo, right? Zero. And again, this whole decode is about the show called 0 Day. Yeah, sum of all fears. People in the chat talking about sum of all fears, right? Somebody in the chat's also saying, Mr. S is saying there's a Pentagon audit coming soon. Interesting. Well, because this show is not only about a cyber attack, it's about government agencies having their reckoning. So it's not only about cyber attacks. It reminds me of Trump coming back into office and taking out all the people that are doing a bad job. Like literally, I think that's the narrative of this movie or this show as well. So, and if you watch the trailer, guys, if you watch the trailer, not only do you see this train derailments and air incidents, you see this will happen again. You see people rushing to the ATMs. You see chaos, order out of chaos, 75, just like it's 75 days from the December 8th Treasury attack. But again, so watch out for the Treasury because maybe this is going to have something down the road. I'm not saying there's going to be a cyber attack on the release date of this movie, okay? However, maybe in March, guys. I mean, I've been talking about March for a while. Let me just type in Robert De Niro real fast. I'm going to show you something with the 71s. So remember how I told you that Klaus Schwab came out and said there would be a cyber pandemic? That's what he called it. Well, cyber pandemic equals cyber attack, 71 in the same cipher. Well, Robert De Niro also equals 71, and he's the one starring in this new cyber attack movie. And that all those things equal 71. Don't forget Catholic equals 71. There's a lot of 71s I could mention, but this is all the 71s tied to, you know, the cyber attack narrative, okay? And if you guys go watch my old video, again, this is a video from 2 years ago, guys. I've been talking about this for 2 years. So that doesn't mean that this is close because obviously they've been predicting these things for a while now. But if you go back and watch my video from 2 years ago, I talked a lot about the number 71 and how it was tied to these incidents. Somebody in the chat saying Ides of March equals 56 and beware the Ides of March equals 188. Yeah, it could be happening in March, guys. I did a video on my channel about how March, a year and a half ago, I did a video about how blackouts happened in the year of the snake. And we're in the year of the snake now. And we're talking about 9/11, right? 9/11 happened in the year of the snake. Pearl Harbor happened in the year of the snake. There's been many blackouts in snake years. And I did a video a year and a half ago explaining how March could be a perfect time for them to pull a blackout narrative on the grid. So there's 0 day, and there's probably more, guys. If you guys find anything else, connecting to this date and this movie, please let me know. There was also this documentary that came out in 2016 called 0 Days, which is about the Operation Olympic Games. Interesting, right? They called it Operation Olympic Games, where there was something with George Bush and President Obama. They did a cyber attack against the Iran nuclear facility. So anyway, there was a documentary that came out in 2016 called 0 Days, kind of like this new show is called 0 Day. So I think this is tied into, look at this, guys, July 8th. This thing came out in the US on July 8th, 2016. Klaus Schwab gave his speech about the pandemic on July 8th, 2020. So something about this July 8th date. Maybe July 8th is something to look for, because look at this. Klaus Schwab on July 8th, 2020, and then this show 0 Days comes out on July 8th, 2016 about a cyber attack. But just for fun, guys, let's measure from the release of 0 Days to this new show 0 Day. February 11th, 2016. To the upcoming movie 0 Day. So it was 9 years and 9 days from the release of 0 Days to... There might be something more here that I need to look into, but I don't really want to go through all of it now. But if you guys find anything, and don't forget, tomorrow, the day that this show is releasing, is the day leaving 314 days in the year. That's Pi. So we could be looking at Pi Day. Yeah, I don't see anything else there right now, guys. But I'm just, again, I don't want this decode to be long. How long am I now? 27 minutes. So let me just jump in the chat for 5 minutes, and then we're going to end this. But again, I was just thinking about releasing a video, and then it wasn't letting me upload a video, so I just decided to do a live stream. So what do you guys got in the chat? Oh, yeah, I forgot. Joseph's reminding me. It's 666 days tomorrow after Yoon Suk Yeol, the Korean president, sang American Pie to Joe Biden in the White House. Also, Joseph, to go with that, if you go from the release of Leave the World Behind, so Leave the World Behind came out December 8, 2023, to the release of this movie, it's exactly 5 Mercury years. Again, landing on an exact Mercury orbit. Okay, so that's the second time I've showed you. From the creation of the Cybersecurity Agency to tomorrow is 26 Mercury years exactly. Tomorrow is from Leave the World Behind to tomorrow is 5 Mercury years exactly. Okay. So think about that, guys. You got the Pentagon guy who does the 0. So you got the Penta, which is 5. You got the 0, which is the 0. But look at the days from Leave the World Behind to the Day 0 movie, 440. Well, that stands out because not only was Obama the 44th president and he released the Leave the World Behind, look at what the word Antichrist equals. You guys see how Antichrist equals 440? And from the release of Obama's Leave the World Behind to tomorrow's new cyber movie is 440 days. Don't forget, Obama was the 44th president. Janet Napolitano said during Obama's term that there would be a cyber 9/11, and now the new woman in charge of the cyber security of the Homeland Security is Kristi Noem, and her birthday is 9 months and 11 days after this show comes out. So it is interesting, the 440. There's nothing else. Let's go to the original release of Leave the World Behind. Oh, 484. So it's 484 days from the original release of Leave the World Behind till tomorrow. that's the 22nd square. So that's interesting. Also, just to add something here, if you type in 93 and 96, you're going to see like a lot of interesting connections here. Notice how leave the world behind equals 93 and 96, like World Economic Forum equals 96 and 93. Well, remember, in this new show coming out, they put on the screen, this will happen again. Well, this will happen again equals 96, like World Economic Forum, like leave the world behind, like President Donald J. Trump. And remember, in Cyber Polygon's simulation last year, they called this the game of destruction. Game of destruction also equals 93. And one of the biggest cyber incidents that there was so far in history was called the WannaCry ransomware attack. That equals 93. I think there's a measurement. If you measure from the WannaCry ransomware attack, hold on. The WannaCry ransomware attack was on May 12th, 2017. And this involved Bitcoin, guys. So watch out for Bitcoin as well. This attack involved the hacker was trying to get people to pay him in Bitcoin. But anyway, if you go from May 12, 2017, this cyber attack, to the release of this movie tomorrow, let's see what it is. Well, look at that. It is in the 93 month. I was just telling you about the 93. WannaCry ransomware attack 93. Leave the world behind 93. World Economic Forum 93. So it is 93 months and 8 days from that attack. I don't see anything else there off the top of my head, but if you guys see something, again, please let me know in the comments of this video after it's over. I don't know if Derek's in the chat or not. Yeah, 222 is 1 year and 92 days after Leave the World Behind. I saw that earlier. Yeah, 0 day is 201 days from Obama's birthday too. Yeah, that's something I wanted to mention. Also, they call this a 0 day. A 0 day vulnerability. If I can spell that right. I'm horrible at spelling. Or no, what was that? 0 day attack. Oh yeah, look at that. 0 day attack, 201. Isn't that interesting? 0 day attack, 201. 201 days. The movie 0 days, 201 days before Obama's birthday. And again, it was Obama who released Leave the World Behind. Supposedly. So yeah, watch out for that, because if there ever is a 0 day attack and this is a word that comes up, you got that 201 there. Also, look at that, 0 day attack, 51. Tomorrow's the 51st day of the year. 0 day attack. So they're releasing a movie about a 0 day attack on the 51st day of the year, and 0 day attack equals 51. That's interesting. Yeah, and that reminds us of event 201, right? Let's see. Just looking at the chat real fast, guys. Yeah, you guys are dropping all the 201s in the chat. But I thought it was crazy. You know, 1 year after Leave the World Behind came out on 1/28/23, you had a cyber attack on the U.S. Treasury called a 0 day, which they connected to a 0 day attack. And now Netflix is releasing a show called 0 Day. I mean, come on now. And there's probably something more to this gematria of 0 day. I mean, notice how 0 day equals 40. We just had all the 40s at the Super Bowl, but 0 day also equals 40, like Mercury in the same cipher. I kind of wonder if this is connected to Ripple, the company. Trump just posted Ripple on his account yesterday. See if I can find that. Trump Ripple Truth Social. I'm just trying to show you this article that Trump shared. Trump posted an article about XRP on his Truth Social. How about that? That's crazy, right? Out of all the coins, he posts an article about XRP, which is created by Ripple. Well, Ripple equals 0 day in 2 ciphers. So that's something to think about with the money and the financial system and the new currency, the digital age, which that's what this all is going to be, guys. Remember the show X-Files, My Struggle. This show is about let's see if I can find it here. Hold on. Yeah, somewhere in this show, it talks about how there's going to be an attack against the banks, and it will be on a Friday. Yeah, please hit those like buttons, guys. I mean, again, this isn't the most mind-blowing number decode, but it certainly is. You guys, this is just to get you guys prepared. If you guys don't think this is preparing you, I mean, we all know it's coming, but again, it seems like it could be getting close. So hopefully you guys, I know it's not the most amazing number decode, but hopefully you guys at least understand that I'm just covering this because I've been covering this on my channel for 2 years. So I feel like it's, again, just a continuation of all this stuff we've been talking about. But we got 164 in the chat. We got 65 likes. It would be cool if we could get to 164 likes. That would be amazing if we could do there. All right. So anyway, anything else for anyone else, let me know in the chat, and then we'll wrap this up. It's been 38 minutes, so we'll... Decoding Our Reality says, I have a connection for tomorrow. It's the 47 star number in weeks after July 4th, 1776. Wow. Okay. Well, I love finding those star numbers. That is interesting. 1776, July 4th to tomorrow. The 47 star. Wow. That's pretty wild. So in case you guys are a bit confused here, from the founding of the United States on July 4th, 1776 to tomorrow is exactly 12,973 weeks. What is 12,973? That is the 47th star number. I've talked about stars before. Why is this interesting? 47, guys. Who just became the 47th president? Isn't America's birthday on the 4th of July, like the 4th day of the 7th month? 4-7? It's also 3 months and 14 days after Trump was announced as president on November 6th. And it's the 314 days left in the year. So, guys, that's interesting. American Pie. It's 666 days after Trump, or after the Korean president sang American Pie to Joe Biden at the White House. And now we're finding out it's the 47 star day weeks from the founding of the United States. That's pretty interesting, guys. Look at this. In the days, it's 90,811 days. It's also quite interesting. Wow, it's 248 years and 33 weeks since the founding of the United States. So 33 weeks after the birthday of the United States, too. So yeah, keep that in mind, guys. I mean, I don't know if it's going to happen tomorrow, but it seems like something is aligning with tomorrow. I already showed you the Aliyah. The Aliyah plane crash was connected to tomorrow. But that's a good addition, decoding our reality. Make sure you guys go give him a sub. He's in the chat. He's up on the screen right now. So make sure you guys go sub to his channel. Yeah, I already talked about what a 0-day attack was, but thank you to Ltwb Live for writing that also for people to see. But if there's more, guys, I'm going to get off here because I didn't want this to be so long. But if there's more, please write your comments in the comments of this video, and we're gonna maybe I'll be doing another decode in a few days about it. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for everything, and please hit those like buttons on the way out, and we'll see you guys. Hold on, Jurassic Liars. You don't often see him in the chat. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Jurassic Liars, Elvis Seattle 611. He's up on the screen right now. He's saying, Cody, PiCoin comes out tomorrow. That's right. PiCoin comes out tomorrow. Somebody had told me that, but I forgot. Okay, hold on. What is PiCoin? Let's just do a little research on that. PiCoin. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what this is going to be all about. But apparently, PiCoin is going to be releasing their coin on the day leaving 314 days in the year, which is pi. I mean, come on. If they don't do things by numbers, I don't know what to say, because what are the chances of that? Releasing PiCoin on the day leaving 314 days in the year? And again, it's 666 days after the guy saying American Pie to Joe Biden at the White House. The first digital currency you can mine on your phone. Oh. You can mine PiCoin on your phone. Digital gold, you know, like gold. Wow. Interesting. Let's see what Pi network equals. Well, it's interesting that Pi network equals Super Bowl in multiple ciphers. It has that 131, which I've talked about recently. Yeah, I need to look more into it, but and just so I can show you this, guys, from the day that he said Yoon Suk Yeol sings American Pie to Biden at the White House on April 26th, guys, 2023. So if you go from that day to tomorrow, it's 666 days. And you're telling me it's the day leaving 314 days in the year, like Pi, and from him singing American Pie is 666 days. And they're releasing PiCoin tomorrow. So, I mean, there you go. we will see what happens with that. I told you this could be something about money or digital money. Jurassic says coin equals king in gematria. Well, thanks everyone for that addition, and thanks to Jurassic Liars for adding that in at the end, because that's a good addition to end this. But we'll see what happens, guys. I'm not predicting anything to happen tomorrow. I'm just saying that it's all on the way to wherever this is going. Let's just put it that way. All right, guys, take care out there. Have a good rest of your day. And anything else you guys have to say, please leave the comments in the chat, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, everyone. God bless.